Today, me and Tuck are going to share with you 5 crops that grow so fast it's hard to keep up. Let's go! Quick growing crops are so advantageous. Not only do they give us an early season harvest to put under our belt, which builds momentum for the season and encourages us to continue planting. They allow us to get more out of the space that we have. We can grow something, grab a harvest, and then plant something in that same location. It's like turning 1 square foot into 2 square feet or 3 square feet because we can get multiple harvests from the same spot. Which leads us to our first fast growing crop, radishes. This variety right here is Lata, only takes 30 days from seed to harvest. Look how beautiful these look. Let's grab one here. Look at that perfect looking radish. And radishes that are homegrown are underrated. They're so juicy, so delicious, and Tuck loves them too. I'm sure he'll show up after I have a bite of them. Let's taste one real quick. Great flavor. What do you think, boy? Tuck always shows up and grabs some radishes. They're one of his favorite snacks. You gotta grow some radishes at home. Again, it's such a fast growing crop, so we could plant radishes, get a harvest from them, and then plant some of our summer veggies in that same location. Really convenient. And when it comes to radishes, I plant 16 radishes per square foot. Come over here. Here I'm growing them in the square foot method. This right here is the pink lady slipper radish. These one only take about 25 days from seed to harvest. Look how nice some of the radishes look in here. Check if this one's ready. A few bites here and there, but a nice looking radish. Beautiful pink color. Got to get some radishes planted. They grow so fast. Not all radishes produce quick though. Like all the crops I'm going to share with you today, it's based on variety. For instance, this one right here, the Pusa Gulabi, that takes about 50 days from seed to harvest, which you think might be a bad thing because it takes longer, but it's actually a good thing if you use it to your advantage. Come over here. So what we can do is plant a variety like the Pusa Gulabi, which takes about 50 days. At the same time, we'll plant it as a variety like the Giant of Sicily, which only takes about 30 something days. So what will happen is we'll be able to have one of the Giant of Sicily radishes ready like you see here. Look at all of them. We'll be able to harvest one of these, snack on this, and then in about 20 days after this one's ready, the Pusa Gulabi will be ready. So it's like we're planting at the same time yet still getting a staggered harvest. Right, boy? See if he wants a bite of this one. These ones can get a little bigger. They're still pretty small, but I'm sure they got a really nice flavor to them. Check out how beautiful they're growing in here. This one looks like it's a decent size. Not bad. The radishes are coming in strong. The next fast growing crop is spinach. Varieties like the Beaujolais are ready after only 30 days for the baby spinach. Look how beautiful the red veins are on it. And baby spinach is my favorite kind of spinach. It has great texture, great flavor. So dang good. I love baby spinach. Other varieties like the space spinach over here are also ready quickly. When you do cut and come again when it comes to spinach, you can grab these large outer leaves. They're ready so quickly and bring these inside, snack on them, and then the other ones will continue to produce. This allows us to not only get a fast crop, but allows us to continually eat the spinach instead of just getting one harvest kind of all at once. Come over here. One issue with spinach is that it's not very heat tolerant and it will bolt quickly. What you can do is plant some varieties that are more heat tolerant than the other ones so they don't bolt, go to seed, and you can actually extend your season. So a variety like the Olympia spinach, it's got good heat tolerance and it lasts longer in the season than some of the other varieties. Another thing you can do to extend your season is use something like a shade cloth over top of your garden. This will reduce some of the heat and the stress on that plant and allow you to grow later into the season. Or you can plant something like your spinach in a spot that's a relatively shady location so it stays cooler and you can get continual harvest from your spinach plants. Tuck's drinking some water over here. We want to take a second to show you this amazing product we have on our site over at teamgrow.us. This is a self-watering tomato planter. It's got this awesome trellis up top so your plants can grow and be supported, and it wicks up moisture. So if I open this up down here, you can see it's all full of water down there, and it's so cool because it has this gauge on the side to show you how much water is in there, so you can see when you need to refill. If you need to add more water, all you do is just pop this open and then pour some water just like that, It's simple, it's easy, it's efficient, it's convenient, and perfect for growing on a patio. Check it out at teamgrow.us. Another crop that grows extremely fast is arugula. Varieties like the Astro arugula reach full maturity after only 35 days. And you could start grabbing some harvests from the young plants after only about 21 days. The incredible nutty and peppery flavor of an arugula plant makes any salad go from something boring to something kind of special. They're also packed with vitamins and minerals, vitamins like A, C, and K, and they have high levels of antioxidants. I love the flavor of arugula, and it just makes any salad, like I said, something special. One downside about arugula is that it will bolt when the heat comes. To deal with that, we could plant some varieties that are more heat tolerant. A variety like the wasabi arugula can withstand higher temperatures without bolting or without getting bitter. And it has like that traditional arugula peppery flavor, but then it also has like some of the spiciness of a wasabi. Lettuce is another crop that grows fast, especially if you grow some of the right varieties and harvest them when they're baby leaves like this. So plants like spinach, lettuce, and arugula are great for cut and come again. When we come out here, cut some of the leaves, it allows us to extend our harvest and to get more out of it. This way we can be harvesting lettuce over a long period of time, grab some of those baby leaves and snack on those while we're waiting for the rest of the crop to finish. What I like to do is I plant some varieties for cut and come again, like that was a tango lettuce right there. Then I plant some varieties and allow them to reach full maturity before I harvest and grab all the lettuce at once. This one right here is the bronze mignonette lettuce. This is my favorite variety of lettuce to grow. It is ready in only 46 days. It doesn't get bitter in the heat. It has a beautiful look. It has a crisp texture, great flavor, and it's definitely one of my favorite all-time varieties of lettuce. The more we garden, the more we come to realize that one of our greatest tools as gardeners is variety selection. It allows us to grow things, different kinds of crops, or well, one crop with different varieties to fit our specific needs. This makes growing food easier, more convenient, and just a lot more enjoyable overall. The fifth fast-growing crop I'm going to share with you are Asian greens because I couldn't choose just one. First up is bok choy. This one is a beautiful green, but I guess purple in this case. You can eat them when they're young at about 30 days, or you can allow them to reach full maturity. Like you see here, this one's a bit older at 45 days. One thing you want to be careful of is that they don't start to bolt on you. These ones do not like the heat, and they'll bolt relatively quickly when some of the warm weather comes. I like to look down at the center of it. If you start to see some flower forming, that means it's starting to get bitter. So you want to grab your harvest before that happens. Let me bring you over to another Asian green that I love that grows fast, right over here. This one is tat soy, very similar to the bok choy. I've even heard it called rosette bok choy, and it has very similar features. Harvest it when it's young, and if you let it go a little too long, it'll start to bolt. You'll notice right down at the center, that's what it looks like when it's starting to bolt. So it might start to get a little bit bitter, so I'll have to harvest all of this today. I love the beautiful look of this one. I think it looks even cooler than the bok choy. And this one is super cold hardy and grows all winter long for me in zone 7A without even a covering. So a fantastic one. Right next to it here is another great green. These are the mustard greens. Similar to the last two, you could harvest them when they're young, but these are ready in usually only about 20 days, the young leaves to eat. Just like the other two, you want to grab them before they start to bolt because the leaves will get super bitter if you wait too long. One other bonus one that I have to share with you that I really love the way it looks. Let's jump back over here. And look how beautiful some of these beds are looking, packed with food. And you'll think, where am I gonna plant some of the other stuff? That's okay. A lot of this stuff is coming out soon. Like the radishes, the spinach will be finished soon, the mustard, the tatsoi, then we can replant other things. So it's like I talked about earlier, we're growing so much food in the same location allows us to get more harvests. So it's like, yeah, 1 square foot you can plant 16 radishes, then you harvest that and plant something else. So you're getting so many different harvests from one spot. Instead of having 1 square foot, now you have like 3 or 4. Come over here. This one is another green I love. This is the Yucchina Savoy, also known as a snow vegetable. Look how thick and glossy and beautiful these leaves are. Such a great green. Most of this bed, like the other one, will be harvested and we'll be able to plant the next round of crops in here. Only some stuff like the cauliflower, the brassicas, the cabbage, stuff like that will remain until we get a harvest from those. But quick growing greens have so many advantages. They're so fantastic, and it's not even, I guess, quick growing greens. The radish is a root crop, so you need to get quick growing crops in the ground to get more out of the space that you have. Now that we shared our favorite fast growing crops, me and Tuck want to take a second to show you what we have growing on in the garden right now. Check out these raised beds, how much food we have packed in here. Here's some radishes. These are quite large, a little later season one. Lettuces, beautiful cabbage, parsley, all different kinds of food in here. Another bronze mignonette, and then swing over to the other side. So much food in here. More tango lettuce, and you can see how beautiful the plants are growing in here. It's really nice having an insect netting to cover all of our plants and not having to worry about bugs. It's just so dang convenient. Come over here to this bed. Check out what we have growing in here. And in a bed like this, we have these insect netting covers that really just make it so easy to protect all of our crops. Cabbage is getting large, lettuce is in here, a lot of the same stuff as the other beds, but just a high level of health and production. Soon this bed will be filled up with some summer veggies as well. Come this way. Check out the blueberries. Look how many flowers are on this thing. The most I think I've ever seen. Some small blueberries are already starting to form. So we've got the pink lemonade on one side, and then I believe the Patriot on the other side. And some of the pears are setting up. You can see I sprayed the pears with the surround kaolin clay, so we're protecting those. Looking great. Over here, this is a self-watering bed. So this wicks up water, so it's much easier to grow in because I don't have to worry about watering it all the time. Again, packed with more kinds of brassicas, lettuces, and this brassica is like always the one that grows the best for me, this cabbage. This is the Melissa Savoy cabbage. It's just outstanding. Come this way over here. We've got the deep raised bed, easy to work in, packed with food. This is the healthiest raised bed in my whole backyard, I think. I mean, look how picturesque everything looks in here. The size of the vegetables, the waxiness, the cilantro, look at that. I mean, I really need to harvest that. All this stuff back here, mustards, the size of this, look at the size of that Swiss chard right there. That's insane. And more beautiful spinach back here. So looking real nice. People have asked, do I have some garlic planted? Yeah, I've got garlic planted back here. This is like the one spot where I have a lot of my garlic planted because it grows fantastic here. Look at the size of all that garlic in there. A bunch of the music garlic. So we're gonna have a massive garlic harvest coming along. A lot of the trees look fantastic too. I'll just take a quick second to hop into the other garden and show you some of those fruit trees because man, they look good. And check out the strawberries. These things are loaded with flowers. Soon we're gonna have a massive strawberry harvest coming in, and this is my favorite variety of strawberry, the Shucksen. They're so dang good. In the old fruit forest, you can see the Honeycrisp apple is loaded with small apples. I need to spray this one with the surround kaolin clay. And then these two beds in here have become like the centerpiece of the garden. They're loaded with food, but I showed you those already. Let's check out some of the white currants. This is one of my first fruits to be ready. These white currants are so delicious. They look like they might not be close to being ready, but they ripen really quickly. And one of my earliest large tree fruits that's ready is the cherries. You gotta come here and check out some of these cherries. This tree is massive and it gets loaded with cherries. Pollination wasn't perfect this year, but we still got some good looking fruit, and I already sprayed this one. You love to see that. This is the Rainier cherry. The taste is out of this world. It's so unbelievable. I've got more stuff that I could show you, but we'll save that for a different video. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you got something out of it. Me and Tuck had a blast out here. We hope that we brought you some real value, that you plant some of these fast growing crops. Even if it's getting a kind of a little late into the season, there's always time to get some more of these planted. Behind me, cabbages couldn't look better. Lettuce looking fantastic. This is going to be a year like no other. Really setting up to have some massive harvest this year. The investments we made in the winter and in the early spring are truly starting to pay off with the harvest coming in, and there's nothing like it. We would love for that to be something that you guys have to. That's why we always encourage you to get some stuff planted. Me and Tuck wanted to send a thank you to one of our new channel members, Wayne Sell. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for having your hand in everything we're doing out here. Let's swing around, take a peek at the boss. It's a chilly day, it's a bit rainy. This guy's shaking, he wants to go inside. He had his snacks. Spam some hearts down low for Tuck. He never, ever quits. Even if it's cold, even if it's rainy, guy has zero quit in him. Tuck and James will be back again real soon. We out.